Active FM. Radio has never been better.
What is up?
Hello.
This is a movie show.
On your favorite ORSPS.
And today, I'm Sash.
And tomorrow, I will be Ryan. Today, tomorrow, forever.
That's from Hunger Games.
Together.
Today, tomorrow.
Yes.
Was it together?
I was going there, but I was just thinking, maybe. Just cut it right there.
All right.
You know, it felt like just this week when we recorded our last show.
I know, right?
When we spoke about the fact that we're going to be reviewing. Are we reviewing?
We are doing a film review.
Yes.
Well, we generally do film reviews, but
that's right.
Today we decided to be formal about it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's about a project.
Yes.
And,
a film project.
And this project has a name in it, and the name starts with A. So you all read the title. Right.
The Adam Project.
That's
latest
right.
Netflix film.
That's right.
Latest Netflix film.
I don't have Netflix and I watched this. So one of the actors that's in this film shares my name.
Right, he does.
I was very proud.
Ryan.
Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds,
Yes.
ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, that's right.
Actually, the cast in this film is really cool. So you have Ryan Reynolds, you have Mark Ruffalo, who plays Hulk, if you don't know who that is. You have Zoe Saldana, who plays Gamora in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yeah.
And you have Jennifer Garner, which it was really nice to see her again, because she's... I haven't seen her for a while. She has been in films, but I personally haven't seen her.
Yeah, I didn't think any. I was just like, her.
Did you ever watch 13 Going on 30? Quite an old film.
No.
Didn't you?
Maybe.
I'm sure you would have.
Yeah.
So
no.
Jennifer Garner and Mark Ruffalo were in it together. So what happens is they're kids, and then she wishes to she basically wants, she's 13 and she wants to be older, and she wakes up being 30, and then she realizes that she's in love with Mark Ruffalo's character, who was her childhood best friend, but she kind of ditched him for the high life. And then throughout the film, never. There was a very iconic scene where she was dancing in a green dress. They still did, it was to Thriller. They did the whole Thriller dance, and then she still gets Mark Ruffalo to join her. No? Not ringing any bells? Oh, wow.
No, sorry. It sounded like
if you have
sounded like a movie way off topic. Yeah, it's just like okay.
No, but it's not way off topic, because this is the first film since that film that they've been in together again.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is that your point? I was like, oh, okay. I was thinking about the movie you were describing. I'm like, sure, that sounds like a chick
way
flick.
off. Well, technically not. It kind of has time travel in it, in a way.
Doesn't matter. Chick flicks come in all sorts of forms and
but in
storylines.
Interviews for the Adam Project, they actually asked Jennifer Garner and Mark Ruffalo about the experience, and they were saying it was really cool to after all these years and after going off in different directions and
Jennifer,
all that,
Mark,
it was that. And now they're married. They're playing a married couple.
How's the thing with the
Ryan is not working with me here, man.
Worked out very well.
Moving right along. Okay,
so we're in love again. Yes, okay, but this time we're married. Last time we were just dancing.
All of you who cannot see my face right now, I just rolled my eyes. Okay, moving. So I loved the concept for the film. The concept for this film was so cool, because I don't think I've ever watched a film with this storyline. There's obviously been tons of time travel films.
I was just about to say.
Yeah, I mean, technically Avengers Endgame was a time travel film. So time travel is everywhere at the moment.
I wasn't told about the time travel. I just heard, dude, it's a good movie. You gotta see it. And then I was like, okay, cool, let's go. Not gonna watch the trailer.
I just saw the actors, the cast, and then I was like, I want to watch that. And then
I watched the trailer afterwards. I was like, wow.
Oh, did you?
If I watched afterwards. If I watched the trailer before, I would have probably been like, wow, this looks like such a great film.
Yeah.
I would
Did
have
it
been like,
give
yeah.
much away, or was it one of those good trailers?
Well, I saw it in the time travel, and then
Okay.
Ryan Reynolds like fighting. I was like, wow, I've never seen Ryan. I've never seen him. But Deadpool.
Yeah, he's Deadpool.
But this time they were like lightsabers and stuff, you know. So
and Free Guy.
it was
He
a bit
fought in Free
different.
Guy.
Yeah. But it was, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. There was just something more cooler about his fight in this. His fight scenes in here.
Yeah, no. But the concept was really cool.
Yeah.
But this is my question. So, spoiler alert. In the film, Ryan Reynolds' character Adam meets his younger self. His, 12-year-old self. Can't remember the age
12,
now.
13.
Yeah, something like that. So he meets his younger self. Would you be mean to your younger self? Because, like, in the film, he was so mean to himself. Like, I still said, because I was watching it with my family, I still said to my family, like, I don't think I'd be mean to myself if I met myself. I'd be like, yo, what's up? Oh my gosh, look at you. And then my sister was like, yeah, no, she'd scream at herself.
It's probably like a life of regret and stuff. Maybe that's where it comes from. The whole thing, the way he treated his mom and stuff like that. So he just...
I suppose the elements of
Don't you ever get that thing where you watch yourself, like a recording of yourself, and you're like, wow.
Okay, yeah, no, that's true,
sure.
actually.
Okay, what the heck, man?
Yes.
You know, it's like,
and I suppose, like, making decisions that in your future
You
self,
see?
you'd know that was such a
Yeah.
stupid decision. So
Yeah.
then, like, your older self would be like, dude, what the hell, man?
yeah.
Wake up. Yeah.
Look, I enjoyed the film, but when it came to the end, I was like, okay, well, that was a good film. Close my Mac, put it aside. Good night, everyone.
No, you know what? I like the
It was
film.
like, okay.
No, I really liked the film because two reasons. It was a feel-good movie, which generally Ryan Reynolds films are. Like, they feel good films. But at the same time, there was a very emotional element to it. What I mean is, so he obviously had regret with the way he treated his mother. And then the father had regrets in terms of, did he work too much, or... Do you understand what I'm saying? And then the younger self had regret, like and then with the wife, like the emotions. There was a lot of emotions to take in, and by the end of the film, it wasn't just, that was such a funny movie. It was like, sure, it made you think. Do you understand what I was, okay, I'm talking for myself here because Ryan's probably going to be like, yeah, just. It made me think about, like, first of all, I was like, I would love to meet a different, not a different version of myself, because this wasn't a multiverse. This was time travel. So I think it would be so cool to sit down with myself at a different age. Like, I wish that was a possibility.
Now that you say that, I'm thinking about that.
Right? Like, imagine meeting yourself. Either your younger
But
self or your older self.
Like, the thing is that if I had to meet the younger me, you would sit down and want to give him a couple life lessons.
Okay, I'd want to meet
Listen.
the older me.
This is what's going to happen. But then you're going to have a lot of questions.
No, but it's not about the questions. It's about interacting with yourself. Because you don't... Think about this, right? This is so cool. You've never interacted with yourself. Ever. Like, you've thought,
That could be a problem, eh?
But that's what I want to know.
Yeah,
like,
that could be a
will it be a
problem, eh?
problem, or would I enjoy it?
Sure, I would just be like, oh, don't do that. Stand up straight. Stop slouching. Yo, what, do I really do that?
Okay, I was excited about it. I was like,
Yeah.
I don't think I'd scream at myself. I'd be like,
Yeah,
doing the stuff I love.
I think-
although you do change, I suppose.
I think I would feel like Adam. I think I would.
Which
have a lot
Adam did
to-
you prefer more, the younger or the I don't know.
Obviously the older one. Yeah, obviously the old. But what I found really fascinating, in fact, to the point I was like, wait, is this Ryan's son? Because, like, the voice, like that bit of a high pitch, like I don't know why, but like Ryan
Does that?
Reynolds also has like that voice, and then he has this like very dry, like there's this thing that Ryan Reynolds that he does in all his films, you know, like he lands and he's like action landing, and then he like stand like
The improv, yeah.
yes, and this very like dry, straight, like exactly, and it's almost as if now apparently the actor, his name is Walker, right?
First film, by the way. It's the first
and it's his
film,
first film.
First film
That's
he's
crazy.
ever been in. Yeah.
He can give improv like any of the Deadpool scenes. Like that's how much he studied and how much he watched Deadpool. So I'm sure that helped him. But I like the way that he definitely matched a younger version
No, definitely.
of the older Adam. To the point I think that's the thing that fascinated me about this film. If there's something that sticks out for me with this film, is that I was just like
He's
the way
Ryan
they
Reynolds
talk, the
impersonation.
gaps, the way they like the way he talks, the things he says, like this dry thing, and you're just like, damn, sure. I think that's the thing that fascinated me about this film, besides like the animation and the graphics. But I think for me, like when it comes to like CG and stuff, we're just at that level now at the moment in our movies. We're just like, yeah, explosion.
Although you have to remember that this is a Netflix film. So I know while I was doing research, there was a lot of people like raving about specifically for Netflix how good the VFX is in this film.
Well, think about it. You release a movie, people are probably stealing movies now online because of the whole online thing. Hardly anybody goes to the cinemas, so what's probably your best, what's the best way to release a good film?
Netflix.
Exactly, give it off to...
No, this wasn't given to Netflix. This is a Netflix original.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. In fact, it was actually quite a crazy thing that this movie started in 2012. But then eventually it looked like nothing happened.
Yeah.
And then eventually Netflix was like, okay, give it to us. We'll do something with it.
And I heard also originally Tom Cruise was tied to the project, which I'm so glad fell through.
Because
personally,
that's that like, what was it? What was that movie with him doing the time loop thing and trying to defeat the thing?
Edge of Tomorrow.
It's like that Edge of, like not.
And also Tom Cruise doesn't have a comedic element to him.
No, imagine trying to find a younger version of Tom Cruise. And I don't know if you saw, but Walker originally has blue eyes, so which means that they put contact lenses. That I think that's what sold it as well.
Did he not?
I was just like, wow, sure.
Did he not have blue eyes in the film?
No.
I suppose he wouldn't have. It would have been like a character problem.
That's what I'm saying. I was like looking at. I was just like, this guy is exactly like Ryan Reynolds. But don't you also feel like it wasn't Adam? It was Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah. So Ryan Reynolds, and I love Ryan Reynolds, but he's one of those actors who doesn't play a character. He just
plays himself.
It's like almost a very bad person who does this is Dwayne Johnson.
Yeah.
And I don't like Dwayne Johnson, so every time he acts as himself, I'm just like... But Ryan Reynolds, he's a nice guy. He's a really nice guy. So whenever he's in a movie, he always brings across that... Look, he is a good actor because, like, if you think about him in Free Guy,
he can get emotional.
But also, there was a difference between him in Free Guy and him in this film. So there was still the improv and the humor. The humor is the same, but he acted like an NPC in Free Guy.
Yeah.
He came across as like this avatar that was sort of slowly evolving as AI
like sort
got
of
better. Yeah,
stupid, but personality
Yes.
is there. And in this one, he's supposed to be like this, like super. Like he knows a lot, but I didn't get that feel that he was, like a smart. It was Ryan.
it was Ryan
Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
But it was cool. I enjoyed it. The only thing that I don't enjoy about Ryan Reynolds is he can be quite blasphemous.
Yep.
And all of the films he is in has an element of blasphemy to it.
Yep.
Which I'm just like, seriously? Like, I remember Free Guy. It was so good. But there were some lines you were just like, that wasn't even funny. Like,
Why?
Why did you, okay, whatever. Yeah. So that would be the one, like, sore point.
Thing about him, I think, because I watched Deadpool, the first one, and then the second one, I was like, okay, let me try this. Started watching, I was like, nope, okay, put down.
Never mind.
Because the language is just like, whoa.
I personally have never watched Deadpool.
Yeah, no, it's not. I remember a friend of mine phoning me. And he's like, hey man, what you doing? I was like, well, I'm sitting here deciding if I should watch Deadpool. And he's like, yeah, no, don't watch it. Just sort of, fast forward and get all the Easter eggs. And then, it's not a good. Then I remember watching it. And now it was time for me to go to bed. And I was just like, wow, sure. I think I'm going to go brush my teeth now. Go rinse my mouth. Go and goggle like with some... Like with petrol.
Just go watch everything you missed in Deadpool 2
exactly,
video.
all the Easter eggs.
Then you'll be like, oh, wow, that was cool concept.
Yeah.
But you know what I really enjoyed about the film as well? So we're seeing a lot. Okay. I was actually just oblivious. So the director of this film is Sean Levy. Now I know him first of all from Stranger Things. That's like the first. It's not. I realized it wasn't, but the first time I thought I encountered one of his things was Stranger Things. Then he did Free Guy, so he directed Free Guy, and then this. So that was one of the reasons I was also excited to watch this film. But he's actually been around for ages.
He has.
Do you know what other films he's directed? So Free Guy was 2021, and then the added project was 2022. In 2006, he directed Night at the Museum.
Yep.
And then in 2011, he directed Real Steel. I forgot about Real Steel.
Real Steel was cool.
I loved that film. I actually want to go watch it.
With what's his name?
Hugh Jackman.
Yeah, that's right.
And apparently they're bringing out a second one. They haven't given a date to it, but they've got Real Steel 2 down as one of his projects.
I enjoyed Real Steel.
He did all of the Night at the Museum. So Battle of the Smithsonian, I think that's the name. And then he did the one also in 2014. He also directed Cheaper by the Dozen.
Yep.
I was like, what? I love that film
That's
too.
a family film.
Yes. And The Internship, that was with Owen Wilson and Vince Vaughn. He directed The Internship.
Did we do a movie on that?
I don't think we did, no.
Okay.
And then he also directed Date Nights, which I have seen parts of. That's with Steve Carell.
Okay.
And I can't remember the actress's name, but he's actually been around for like ages. Just didn't know he was there.
Yeah.
Like, wow. And one of the things, the actors, I watched an interview with him and the main cast, and they actually said that one of the things they love about his directing style is he makes decisions as a director as if he's in the audience. So it's like he's watching the film while making the film, and every decision he makes is for the audience. Do you understand what I'm saying? So it's like how that's how they described it. And he apparently also said that when he was once working on a project, I think it was Real Steel actually, Steven Spielberg produced the project, and Steven Spielberg actually said to him, you make a movie like you're watching it. And he was like, I'm taking that as a compliment. Because like he said, for him, he doesn't feel like you know how you get certain directors where you can just see like like
Michael Bay,
there we go,
lens flares.
And Guy Ritchie, you can just see the way he tells the story. Christopher Nolan, you can just see a Christopher Nolan film.
Time travel somewhere there.
And
time something.
And weird storylines, not told in chronological order. But with like him, like we didn't know those films were directed by him. I think maybe the one thing that does follow through on all his films is humor. I think that is a thing for him. I think because all the films I mentioned have a humorous element to it, so maybe that's like his one streak. But then that he was saying, if the one, I don't know what to say or how to word it, but if the one element of his directing style is that he makes a movie like the audience, then for him that's successful. I feel like
he would do Guardians of the Galaxy well.
Very well.
And if I look at the cover, it actually looks like a Marvel movie.
It does, yeah.
Hey? Like the jets and all the other stuff.
But a very enjoyable Marvel movie.
Yeah.
Like kind of like how Thor Ragnarok was. That's why I think he likes. So previous project Free Guy, he worked with Taika Waititi. I feel like it's the same. They're on the same wavelength. Like it's a good action film. I mean, there was a lot of good action sequences in the film, but also there's a very humorous element to the film.
Yeah.
And he loves his Easter eggs and he loves trivia.
I think that's why if they put Tom Cruise as the protagonist, no.
I think that's also why Ryan Reynolds and him work well together.
How would you have done humor? Tom Cruise humor? Maybe when he was younger?
No.
But it's a different kind of humor.
It's not the same humor, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a dry humor to Ryan Reynolds. And also there's a quirkiness in what he says.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, do you know, so Jennifer Garner, she played the mom. Her golden retriever was the golden retriever in the film.
What?
So her dog, Birdie, is the golden retriever. Wasn't the golden retriever's name Hawkins?
I did not pay attention to that.
I think
there was the puppy and then the bigger dog. Obviously,
it was the same dog. Okay, yeah, but so not the puppy. The puppy wasn't her dog. Her dog's Birdie, who was the older golden retriever.
Do you think the choice of actors they put here? Because if you look at them, like you start seeing faces, you're like, wait, another Marvel film? What, Marvel?
No, I don't think
More
it was
Marvel.
I think it was comedy.
Yeah.
So obviously Ryan Reynolds. Mark Ruffalo has done comedy. In fact, his first big break was the 13 Going on 30, and that was a comedy film. It had comedic elements to it. Jennifer Gardner was also in that film, and then like Zoe's been in Guardians of the Galaxies, which is Marvel, yes, but it's comedy. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So I think the specific actors chosen were more like comedy driven. Plus, if you look at what's the kid's name again? Walker.
Yes.
He loved Deadpool, which obviously has that whole improvising thing to it, and he was good at it, so much so that he could like literally do monologues from Deadpool. Ryan Reynolds even has videos. He's posted videos of the kid doing Deadpool monologues.
Yeah.
Deadpool monologues. So
Yes.
I think they went for like actors that could do comedic things.
They'd looked at hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of auditions for boys.
And do you know that Walker had he himself did 4 auditions.
Of this
4
film.
different. So the first one was he sent in a video. The second one he then met up with the casting director. The third one then was with Sean Levy himself,
Wow.
and then the last one was with Ryan Reynolds.
Oh,
So
cool.
he had to go through 4 different auditions. Obviously other people as well, but eventually he then got the
I'm sure
role.
he was nervous for everyone. Eh?
I think especially the Ryan Reynolds one. Yeah. And then this is the second movie directed by Sean Levy and starring Ryan Reynolds, in which someone says, "That's a lightsaber, dude." That's what I like about Sean is, and Ryan as well, but together they do that little, it's the Easter egg thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same with the Marvel films. He's like, maybe it's like a multi-universe. Damn, you guys watch too many movies.
Too many movies,
like,
and the joke is there's like 2 Marvel like actors in
Yeah.
here.
yeah.
And also Mark Ruffalo, this is the second time he plays a character which is a scientist tampering with time travel. The first was Avengers Endgame.
Right.
So he clearly has a thing for scientists and time travel.
Do you think that actors that have played main characters in Marvel films, that they've now like labeled them? Because it's funny, whenever you see their face, it's like Marvel.
Yeah.
It's crazy, eh?
You know what I've actually enjoyed though is like Chris Evans, right? Whenever you see Chris Evans, you like Captain America.
There you go.
But what I am enjoying about him is the type of movies, and I think for him, like he doesn't like the whole Marvel label. I don't think he likes the fact that if you look at him, you think Marvel. And I think that's why the style of films that he's now acting in are like Knives Out. Like Knives Out was, even the character, he was the villain, first of all.
Yeah.
Like Captain America is not a villain by any, But second of all, like the whole style of the film was nothing like a Marvel movie.
But what made that movie, for me, what made that movie enjoyable is to see Captain America, someone else.
Yeah.
You like her, Cap. Her, look at him. Look, he's someone else. Captain America, someone else. Look, it's Cap.
I feel like it also almost like Scott.
That's what I'm saying.
There's a good and bad
Yes.
side. So the good side is you can't get bigger than being in a Marvel film as an actor, especially a lead role. Like we all know Marvel actors.
Unless you've, I think it's the same with James Bond.
Yeah.
If you see the actor, you're like, oh, James Bond.
Yeah. Like they don't even know. Most people won't even know your name. They know the character, so they won't know Daniel Craig. They'll know James Bond. Which James Bond? The one with the brown hair, or the one with the blonde? Like, yeah.
No, the 21st
there's a
century
good side.
James Bond.
There's a good side to it because it's like you're known for that, but then the bad side is you're known for that.
Has there been any characters that have played like completely opposite roles? Because I think that would do okay, Captain America was a bad, but I'm talking about like a really, really bad evil like dude. Like imagine Mark Ruffalo like being, I don't know, someone that like gets disfigured in an accident and he's this freak trying to like kill the whole earth, wipe out the whole human race.
I'm sure if they got the opportunity to and they wanted to,
because then that'd be
would.
like, because that would be a must see for me. It's like swinging all the way the opposite way
I must be
around.
honest, for me the best actors are the ones that you can't even recognize them when they're doing another character.
Yeah.
That's one of the reasons I really enjoy Ansel Elgort, is because every film I've watched him in, he's different.
Something different.
He's doing something different, or he's acting completely different, and you're like, wow, this is the same guy. It's one of the reasons I love Kenneth Branagh. Now, for me, he possibly could be the best director of all time. Not director, actor. He's a director as well, but because most people don't know he's in the film. If you say Kenneth Branagh's in the film, they're like, who's that? And then you mention the main villain of Tenet. Oh! And then they're like,
Oh,
Flip, he
right.
was in the film. Yeah.
Oh, yes, I remember that now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very good. Or like the fact that Vin Diesel was Groot. Nobody, well, some people do
That
know
doesn't
that.
count though.
But it's like, it's weird to think that, you know? Like Fast and the Furious.
I mean, the Bradley Cooper's raccoon.
Groot, like what? No. Really? Wow.
What's
That's
happened
crazy.
to Bradley Cooper?
Yeah, no, he's, I don't know. What's his next film, or what film has he been in again?
He was raccoon.
Yeah, I know. And then after that,
Maybe Marvel stuffs up your
I'm
career.
sure we've discussed him somewhere there.
Burnt, but that was a long time ago.
Maybe these people, they make enough money, and then it's just like, okay.
Look, do you
I'm
know Tom
good.
Holland said he now wants to basically take a break and build a family? That's actually what he said. So he's obviously done the whole
Yeah.
nowhere home thing. I don't know if he's going to, because you know these actors say A and then they
and
do
they have
Y.
contracts and stuff.
Yeah,
like
that's also
that.
the problem.
So like, yeah,
And he's just signed another 3 Spider-Man films.
that's crazy, eh? That's hectic. Like, think about it. Okay, here's the contract.
No, but
Sign
he
it
wanted to.
for the next 2 decades. Like when you say come, you come. Like, we're gonna film. Now you're gonna film, and that's it. Although in a way, I'm sure between when you're not filming, I mean, what are you doing? You're like,
Yeah,
not doing anything, sitting around waiting for whatever.
the next project.
Or no, so and so, I'm gonna feature in that film, and they make millions, eh? They make a lot of, like, they
They
get paid
technically
out.
don't have to work again.
Hey, that's crazy.
There has to be a love for the project, which is something that there was in this film. Like, I know I even watched an interview where they were saying they finished filming the one day and then the sun was setting, but they did have enough time, and they were like, well, we've got to shoot this tomorrow, but why don't we shoot it now? And they were like, okay, cool. And the whole cast and crew were like, cool, let's do it now. And they said they're so glad they did that, because the energy that was there, because they'd been filming previous scenes, followed through. It was the scene where Zoe and Ryan are speaking on the picnic table bench outside the wooden cabin.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, where she's like, no, you're gonna leave
Before
you're
those
gonna
guys
leave
come.
now.
Yeah.
And then they said, like, the energy that was there in the scene would not have been there if they did it. But
Yeah.
also, I think it was Jennifer that was actually saying she loves the Vancouver filmmakers, because they've just got so much passion for filmmaking. Like, it's not just a job for them. It's like, we're coming here to film, which I must say, I do find they've got, like, there's like passion. Do you get what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
there's you can just see they don't want to film for money, which so many people want to do. Obviously, money's an element to it, but there really is a genuine passion for what they do.
So you're saying in general, like, Canadians?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, even if you look at YouTubers,
Sean Levi is a Canadian.
you see
Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds,
Mm.
Canadian. And then there's, like, we know a specific YouTuber named Peter McKinnon.
Yeah.
That guy is crazy. And you can just
Canadian.
see he loves filming. Like,
Yeah.
like, for him, being a YouTuber and making money is just like a bonus. He's not doing it for that. He's honestly doing it because, I mean, he'll make a cup of coffee and film himself.
And you'll make it look epic.
And yeah, you'll like want that cup of coffee, even if you don't drink coffee, just because of the B-roll that went into
That he
it.
did.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So
Yeah.
I respect the Canadians.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. And I think Ryan Reynolds is also Canadian.
Yeah, it is.
So they're all, like, most of them are Canadians. Canadian actors. I find most of them to be comedian.
Yes, they are.
Very
They've got a very
comical.
good sense of humor.
Mm.
All of the people from Canada. Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. So you got one from far up north, and you got even one from down south, Texas, Houston.
There we go.
Yeah, where they launch rockets and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so very good film. I would go watch it again, and I've watched it twice.
My son watched half,
Mhm.
and then I had to really make him think about his life because he was about to throw a tantrum. And then I said, you can watch it tomorrow. And this morning I quickly downloaded it, put it on the iPad before I left, and then he watched it. So I'll probably watch it again I definitely will watch it again tonight.
Yeah. No, it was a very good.
And there was some big VFX studios involved in this one. Skyline, they're involved in like a lot of stuff, including what is that series that we are talking about? Stranger Things. They do there were 3 big VFX, Lola VFX, Skyline. Like these guys do, and you know what I find what's crazy? If you actually go look at all of these top VFX companies, so I'll go onto Skyline, their website, the VFX studio, and then you'll see the projects that they did, and then you look at the movies they did. Then you'll go to like Lola VFX, and you'll see the same projects, because obviously they'll hire more than one studio involved, because like they'll do different sections. But it's just crazy for me how they all like working together, like on all sorts of, especially like Skyline, they like do everything. Like you watch a film, they're involved, they're also involved, they also did that. So for me this was quite a big Netflix film. It was.
And Sean Levy's been busy. Can we just take a note? Sorry, Stranger Things is coming out this year.
I still need to watch.
Ryan, you need to watch it, because we're doing a show.
I watched episode 1 season 1 and 2.
And then he stopped.
And the third one, I know things got pretty intense.
Although season 2 did end.
Yeah. Well, we're in March. Let's see how my budget looks for April. I might just be switching.
But then he also did Free Guy last year, and he did. He's done this now. Like he's a busy dude.
Yeah, the Canadians are going. Eh?
Yeah,
they're not freezing or going into. They are freezing actually. It's quite cold there. Yeah, it gets really cold in Canada. So
yeah, but very good film. Go watch it. Yeah, we don't know what we're doing next week, but we'll figure it out.
Well, I think we got some ideas. There was something you watched recently.
There was.
Yes.
There was.
There's a insect that flies. Not an insect. Okay. Anyway. And plus that and a man.
Ant-Man?
Oh, my goodness.
I don't know what you're saying.
Close though. Change the A for a B.
Birdman?
Okay. No, just sound like Ant-Man, Batman.
Oh, the Batman! Of course. How could we not do the Batman?
So
coming soon.
So we might do that one. I don't know.
Did you just call a bat an insect?
Yeah, I know. I was looking at its size.
And did you just say bat and ant sounds okay?
They do. You just
Bent and ant sound similar. Bat and at sound okay.
I was thinking of the man and the ant and bat.
That's apparently the sound of a bat. People.
Oh, they let off. Yeah. Anyway, so yes, next week we don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah,
but it's gonna be. It can be completely something different.
Who knows? We'll be there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So this is us signing out.
From Ryan.
From Sash.
And your favorite ORSPS. Cheers.
Cheers.